I'm here in Chicago just before the Democratic National Convention, and we are still accumulating video from the Butler, Pennsylvania rally where the attempted deletion of Trump took place. I had been saying before this happened, if you go check out these videos here, that they were trying to get him, and they're still trying to get him. I believe there was an article that just came out that said Klaus Schwab was talking about making sure to try to delete Trump. So what all the video coming in now, we're starting to see that this was an operation. This just wasn't a lone nut patsy. He was a patsy. It wasn't just a lone nut guy. It was totally set up. All the videos coming in now, and we're starting to see all kinds of weird stuff. We see what looks like a Secret Service agent moving people out of potential lines of fire at President Trump. But what we do see in that video is when the shots go off, he's already ducking before the shots go off. And then when they go off, he ducks even more and cowers in a corner instead of running up to protect the president. So it looks like, he had pre-knowledge that shots were going to be fired, and B, he ducked to stay out of that line of fire so as to not himself get hit or to try to multiply the fact of some of these rounds potentially hitting President Trump. Another thing we see, so what we're seeing is we're seeing plants, people that have been planted in this operation around the podium in which President Trump is speaking. The next thing we see is a woman behind him. She's sitting there, and she's kind of looking over where the shots are going to come from. She looks again, she looks forward, and then she nods her head. And then the operation starts, and as it goes on, she's just watching. Everybody else freaks and ducks when the firing starts, but no, she's looking, and then you can see when she sees that the bullets have missed on her face, she goes, as if, damn, we missed, and then whoop, she whips her camera out, and she's watching the whole thing while everybody else is ducking. So we've got, and we're going to watch a video here where it looks like we've got a potential third plant. I don't know how, right now we are the news. We can't rely on the media. So I found this very interesting. So I wanted to show this and react this. Supposedly there is the potentiality that one of these plants was a cameraman, and we've kind of seen that deal too. We've seen with the RFK assassination, it looks like one of the assassins had a camera with a GAT in it, and so it's been used before. News media and cameraman have been used for deletions before. So we're going to watch this video and see how we feel about this.
The video you're about to see is brought to you by the extremely intelligent and sexy Tori Says. The cameraman that Tori's focusing on is just about to stand up right now. There he goes, black shirt, white hair. Tori has spent her career in the intelligence sector, including the CIA, and she's never wrong. What she says today, everybody agrees with 6 months from now. Tori identifies as cameraman as Art Vizthum, Vizthum. Tori also says, how ironic, her name is Tori Says, that a Secret Serviceman and a state trooper shot this cameraman. If I'm seeing this correctly, the photograph of the bullet caught in midair had not reached Trump's ear yet from the angle of the cameraman, if in fact that bullet did come from this cameraman.
Where are they running to?
I also find it interesting that the person shooting this camera is very concerned about Secret Service people that are behind her, who disappeared and went off running before the gunshots were even shot. And you may remember the Secret Service man who was ducking the entire time and was moving other camera people out of the way of the gray-haired guy with the black shirt.
The Secret Service agent, I imagine. He looks the part. He is coming over, and it looks like he's getting out of where a shot's about to come from. And he tells these people, hey, might move over this way. And he's staying kind of crouched down, like he's expecting a shot to happen.
Take a look what happened.
Oh, then a shot happens, and he didn't run to protect the president. He stayed ducked down.
So that's a good point right there. We see the, whatever he is, Secret Service guy moving people out of the way. He's ducking already before the shots are fired. And then when the shots are fired, Trump is over here. He ducks and cowers in the corner over here. A, not doing what he's supposed to do, and B, looking like he's trying to open up the lanes, the firing lanes for President Trump.
He's supposed to run and protect the president, but this guy is crouched down right there.
There he is right there.
It's like he knew it was coming.
Tori also points out in a previous video that the soldier with the AR-15 standing at the front of this vehicle is no longer there. He's not in the shot. And we all clearly saw it when he lifted his gun and it appeared he was pointing it inside the vehicle Trump was in. That soldier's no longer there. Here we see that cameraman being grabbed, what appears to be being grabbed by a Secret Service guy. The cameraman, alleged shooter, right there crouched over. And if you look closely, you could see a Secret Service guy reaching for him. That also could be a Secret Service guy shooting him point blank in the stomach, because the next shot we're going to see is what appears to be a white head surrounded by a lot of blood on the grass. That's definitely a man down, and that's definitely blood. And here it is again. As most of you know, I'm pretty blind, but what I see there is a person and a lot of blood, but mostly a lot of blood, which indicates we're not being told something. Ladies and gentlemen, the sexy and intelligent Tori says.
So we see there that, you know, that's a very blurry picture there, but it looks like there is a white-headed person on the ground there, and it does look like there's red. But we see somebody with a white Gilligan's Island hat looking over the barricade, looking down like they're looking at a person's body there. Let's see what Miss Tori says here.
Now, the testimony that people have provided, eyewitnesses, not internet sleuths, but people that were actually there, were older and younger, very seasoned with weapons, unseasoned with weapons. One eyewitness said, well, I heard the gunshot from the right, but there was one a little bit later from the left, which was weird where I was positioned. Another one said, right by the stage, I saw a plume of smoke, not enough to catch on a camera. And I guess maybe gunpowder, but that would be an exaggeration. It was a little bit more than that. There were a lot of things happening that a lot of people missed. But the one thing I can say is that that cameraman never came back for equipment. That cameraman, according to an eyewitness that has them on video brandishing a pistol, was shot by a man in black and a state police officer. Now, this is what eyewitnesses are saying. We should always take them at face value unless otherwise stated. But the stories are consistent among all the Butler, PA people. So I thought one thing is, put the guy's name out and see if anyone will at least confirm he's alive. Anyone saying, oh, well, they're liking posts, hating posts, or whatever. No, have you seen them? Is the question. Because I can like posts and share posts of someone dead too. People of his stature and he's a very well-seasoned documentarian, was actually there for all the riots, including J6. And during that period of time where Glenn Beck was highly targeted, just so happens that it was that guy that works with Glenn Beck for 6 months during that dark period of time that Glenn went through. So weird. So where's Art? And where are all the witnesses that will come forward? And you know what? Everyone is terrified. Even the director of Secret Service is terrified because she knows what their capabilities are. But if you have faith, you have nothing to fear. If you fear, then you really do lack faith.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tori says works for free. As do I. If you appreciate me.
Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. So there's a lot of different video angles that are coming out with this thing. And we're starting to see that the media story is incorrect, of course. All they do is lie. If they say something, then we know that the opposite is true. They're saying that there was just a one lone nut gunman, but we know better than that. In order for this gunman to get there, he would have had to have somehow snuck a rifle through security, climbed up onto a roof. He was supposedly on the roof, and the sniper nest behind him, full of Secret Service agents, snipers, were all there, but one left early, and then one walked out and got locked out, and the other guy went down there to let him in, so that one sniper nest supposedly wasn't manned. That's a lie. We know that. That would have given them view to see this guy climbing up on the roof. The Secret Service did not communicate with the Butler police at all. And as a matter of fact, it's starting to look like the Butler police are the heroes in this. And so are the people on the ground there that saw this guy on the roof, alerted the police, and the police were running around this building for quite a while before the firing happened. The Secret Service said that there was no communication between them and Secret Service, and that's what Secret Service would want if they were going to attempt to do this operation. And let me tell you something. The Secret Service has been involved in other type of situations like this. The Secret Service also was a facilitator during the JFK. You see the Secret Service agent driving slowly through there. And then when the shots go off, he doesn't accelerate. He's still going slowly. And then finally, when you look at the Zapruder film, you finally see the massive kill shot that JFK gets. And then the Secret Service guy stomps on it and takes off. But there might be even more to it than that. That Secret Service agent might have turned around, and that's all I'm going to say about that. During the 1978 House Select Committee on Assassinations, they we're using the audio from the JFK attempt at deletion, and you could hear gunshots. They also were sampling what a 45 going off would sound like as well. There was some people that had said that, and there was also a shot characteristic sound of a 45 on the audio tape during the firing of the JFK assassination. So we see a lot of parallels between this attempt and the JFK deletion. We see that there's people in the crowd doing weird stuff, signaling to each other. Then we see different fields of fire coming from different directions. We see a patsy caught and called the person that was attempting to do the deletion. So we see the same thing in this situation with this. And another very good point that she brings up is, you know, I didn't know that there was a Art Vistham guy who was a big documentarian and worked for ABC News until she mentioned this. So I checked into it, and yeah, there is a guy that was an ABC News cameraman that was there, and he has disappeared. There's all kinds of people on Twitter asking where he is. Hey, where are you, Art? What are you alive? What's going on? And there's no answer. There was a guy named Art Nitzum who was a documentarian, but he seems to have disappeared. There's a lot of chatter on Twitter about this guy. Hey, if this is true, has anybody seen him? Has anybody heard from him? The wife hasn't said anything. He hasn't said anything. They're saying that he never returned his equipment or got his equipment after the rally. So this would jive with how they do things. We see that they peel away layers of security, leave holes in security, have multiple people around to signal and to block or open fields of fire to the target. So tell me what you think in the comments below. And just like he said, he gets paid in likes, I get paid in likes. This channel is not monetized. I'm just doing this because I'm a patriot. So please, if you've made it this far, I'm very sure I've earned your subscription and I get paid in likes. All I'm asking is that you hit that thumbs up button, and that's it. We will see you on the next Ultra Top Secret. This is the type of stuff that we study and talk about. I would prefer to be talking about exotic technology and UFOs, but we see a lot of political skullduggery going on right now. So we have to talk about it. And